fantastic start. Got off to a bit of flyer with a few birdies early and kept it going. It was good. Not much breeze, and it was good to get out on the smooth greens early. The one thing it is compulsory to do around Toowoomba is hit it straight, and I hit it straight all day, so I can't recall hitting it in the tree line. And if you hit it straight around Toowoomba, it makes things a bit easier. And I putted well as well. I've gradually got better each year. I didn't play so well the first time I played, but last year I had a top 10, and hopefully I can build on that for this year. Just the usual with me, just putting. It's always been my Achilles heel, and I'm putting quite nicely this year. I'm shooting some good scores just about every time I tee it up, so it's good. But I feel if I can keep playing the way I am, I'll be there or thereabouts on Sunday, and it'd be nice to pick up another win. It would be good. Then I'm going to go to Japanese tour school later in the year and hopefully keep my form rolling into that.
It was a really good day, played nice, hit the ball good, and made a few putts, so it was nice. It's very similar to the course I grew up on, like quite narrow, small greens, undulating, so it's, yeah, it's just, it's probably a lot tighter than a lot of the courses we play, but where I grew up was very similar to this, so it just feels like a little bit of a home game, really. There's so many ways you can play the course this week, but definitely it's an advantage if you're driving it well. You can hit some close to the green. You've got some good pitch shots in, so but by saying that too, you can do the same hitting 2 irons around. So it's just sort of how you feel on the day and what you're going to do to your advantage. I feel confident I keep playing the way I'm playing. I'm gonna get a win for sure. I think if you just plot away each day, try and chip away at a good score, hopefully at the end of the week you're up the top of the leaderboard.
I played great today. I played well last week as well and just didn't have the putter working, and today I managed to get the putter working and keep myself out of trouble for the most part. I have to say I had the thought of 59 in my head through about 14 holes I think, and then hit the wrong club on 15 over the green and made bogey, and it sort of killed a little bit of momentum, but still no complaints. It was a really good round of golf. I'm happy obviously. I mean, they say you can't win a tournament first round, but you can certainly lose it, so I'm in a good spot, and hopefully I can have a couple more good rounds and be in contention come Sunday afternoon. And there's a lot of good players on this tour. I guess I've been in a position or been in the top 10 or top 20 enough that I sort of know what it's like, and it would be nice to break through, but as I said, there's a lot of good players, and every week it's tough to win out here. I think I got one at my home course back home, I think 63, but this is pretty nice to get a course record in a tour event. It lends itself to hitting the ball quite far. There's a lot of holes you can drive it pretty close to the green, and if you drive it well, you give yourself lots of opportunities, and that's what I did today. I just sort of said I'll hit driver everywhere and see what happens, and I drove it good and gave myself a lot of wedges and sort of chips into greens and gave myself a lot of chances at birdie. Game plan for the week was just to pretty much hit driver everywhere bar 9 and 18, and unless the wind changes a lot and driver doesn't work down a few holes, I'll keep doing it.